Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck. All right, we're doing another episode of Bytes and Nibbles with Breck today. I know some of you have been asking me to do another instant pot recipe. We're not going to do that today because I want to kind of spread them out a little bit. Not everybody has an instant pot, and I don't want to drive everyone away just because I'm doing one kind of recipe. But this is a recipe I received from one of you a couple of weeks ago. And the second I saw it appear in my inbox, I said, okay, well, we're going to be doing this one really quickly. And there's another kind of a cool tie-in, too. It comes from our friend Jan Roberts, who is the moderator and admin for the new Escaping the Mouse Facebook page. So what a great opportunity for a tie-in, right? Yeah, that's right. We have a Facebook page now. Go into the Facebook search engine, type Escaping the Mouse, and you will find us. We'd love to have you join the group, so come be a part of that. Anyway, the recipe that Jan sent us is for Burritos Grande. Now you know why that got pushed to the top of my list, right? Yeah, I saw this and I said, oh man, that looks really good, because you're always going to get me with Mexican food. I love Mexican food probably more than anything else in the world. So let's get going on Burritos Grande. All right, here are the ingredients for our Burritos Grande. We're going to need some milk, some sliced jalapeno peppers, some refried beans, a can of cream of chicken soup, some ground cumin, a little sour cream, some cheddar cheese, some burrito-sized tortilla shells. These are flour tortilla shells, some garlic, a little ground beef, a medium-sized onion, and some fresh cilantro. So let's get going with this. Now, in addition to the fact that I'm really a fan of burritos, I was really impressed that the instructions are actually relatively simple to make. And that's always a good thing when you're trying to cook something at the last minute that's really good and tasty. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's one additional ingredient. I know I usually don't modify recipes the first time I do it, but I am going to add a little Tapatio sauce to the sauce just to give it a little bit of a kick. Obviously, if you're not really into spicy like I am, you can omit this ingredient, but I will put it on the recipe in case you wish to do it. Alright, so we're going to start by mixing together the soup, the milk, the sour cream, the cilantro, and the jalapeno peppers. And we're just going to kind of stir it together, because this is going to become the sauce for our concoction here. It'll all make sense in a little bit. And what I did is I took the jalapeno peppers and I just kind of put them in the food processor with the chopping tool and ground them up into small slices. That's kind of what you're going to want here. And for fun, this is also where I'm going to mix in the Tapatio sauce, because I want it to be part of the sauce itself. Trust me, it'll make more sense when we get it all put together here. So we'll just kind of mix that all together. And this is gonna be good. See, that looks more like a type of sauce you'd have on a wet burrito anyway, right? Alright, then we're just going to put that aside until we're ready for it. Alright, the next step is that we are going to brown the ground beef, the onions, and the garlic. So let's just get that going here. Give it a second for everything to start heating up here. Alright, now we're starting to heat up a little bit. And then we're going to remove it from the heat. Now the directions don't specifically say this, but I'm assuming that they want us to drain off the fat, so I'm going to do that. And then next we're going to mix in the refried beans and the cumin, and just kind of stir it all together. And that looks like that's about ready to go. Alright, next we're going to pour about half of our soup mix into a 9x13 pan. That's about right for that. Kind of get just a nice coating all along the bottom here. And then we are going to take our tortilla shells and we're going to put about a quarter cup of the mixture into each tortilla shell. I'm going to fold it up. And we're going to put it seam down into the mixture. And then we'll just repeat that with the rest of them here. And then we're going to pour the rest of the soup sauce over the top. Grab a little rubber scraper here and let's kind of clean everything out because we want every last drop. Gotta admit that sauce is really good with the Tapatio in there. Gonna grab my basting brush, just kind of make sure we got a good coating all over everything here. And finally, we're just gonna coat the whole thing with some fresh grated sharp cheddar cheese. Doesn't really say how much to use, but you want to have enough in there that it's that you have a nice coating on there, because one of the things you're going to do is you're going to cook it until it kind of becomes a little bubbly on the top, and you need to have enough cheese in there to do that. I probably used about a half a cup of it. And I think I might actually grate up a little bit more just to get a little bit more in there. And I think instead of grating up any more of the cheddar cheese, I've got some just pre-grated Mexican style cheese that I use for like omelets and stuff like that. I bet you that'll be good in here too. So I'm just going to kind of mix a little of that on the top here. Getting a little on the counter, but that's not the end of the world. All right, that's what it looks like. That's ready to go in the oven. All right, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And we'll come back when that's ready. And into the oven we go. I'm going to start out about 20 minutes because I'm not sure what the exact time is. And we'll see where we are after 20 minutes. All right, so we're at about the 30-minute mark on this right now, and I think we're about done. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me get another oven mitt here so I don't either drop this or scorch my fingers, neither of which are particularly appealing right now. So yeah, there it is. How does that look? Well, we're gonna let it cool off for a couple minutes here, and then we'll dig in, see how good this is. See if it tastes as good as it looks. Alright, so we've given it a little bit of time to cool off, which is probably a good thing. I used the time to use my Instant Pot to steam a little broccoli. I've been cooking a lot of veggies in my Instant Pot. It's really great for doing that. And looks like I'm going to get about 8 servings out of this. And I'll tell you right now, it smells really good, so I can't wait to try this. Basically, I'm just going to slice it with a knife and yeah, very good. I love the idea that I put the Tapatio in there because it's got a nice bite to it. Really good flavor. I'm really, like I said, I knew this was going to be good, so you know, it isn't a real big surprise here. I may actually end up having 2 of these tonight because you know, I'm a guy and I have a pretty decent appetite. But yeah, this is really good. Nice bite to it with the Tapatio. But you got the refried beans, you got the onions, you got the ground beef in there. It's very tasty. Definitely something I will try again. I highly recommend this. Like I said, you can put the Tapatio in there if you like it or not. You could even put a little less in there if you like the idea, but maybe don't want to go as far as I did. But yeah, really good. This was a great idea. It sounded good, and it's easy to do. In the end, I ended up leaving it in there for about 30 minutes. The recipe actually says just cook it until the cheese starts becoming bubbly, but I kind of prefer to have some actual time frame to do it so I can set the timer and come back. So 30 minutes is the number. I'll put that into the recipe. And make sure you send in your own recipes to me. The address is escapingthemouse@gmail.com. So send in your own Bytes and Nibbles recipes and we'll try them. If you've got some Instant Pot recipes, send those in too, because I'd love to try them as well. I'm always looking for something new to do in that. So anyway, I think that's all that I have for tonight. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Bon appetit!